Motorcycle restoration on a budget. I've been doing this for a long time and I've restored a lot of bikes, and each bike teaches you a little something about motorcycle restoration, and that's why I finally got the list of 10 things to look for to help you keep a budget motorcycle restoration. Keep it on track, don't spend too much. This 1971 Bultaco Alpina I spent too much on because I didn't have my list. This has actually caused me to make the list. It was a basket case. It was hanging in a barn and it had nothing, no cables, no lights, absolutely everything, and it cost a ton to get back up to speed. Now this Bultaco Lobito, 1966 Bultaco Lobito, actually came with a second bike, a parts bike, and that saved a ton of money. So the number one thing is, what's your goal? What do you want to do with it? For the Alpina and the Bultaco, I wanted to keep it. I like the brand. I like the Bultaco Spanish motorcycle. So I could spend a little more on it because I wanted to keep it. I wasn't trying to flip it or anything. But when I say budget, these bikes I'm assuming are all under the $400 range, and you don't want to exceed that in getting the parts up and ready to whether you're going to flip them, keep them, show them, drive them, take them to shows or whatever. So the Bultaco had a parts bike, really cheap, and I used that, and then I sold the parts bike and I made back what I spent on the thing. First thing is going to be condition. Is it a complete wreck? Can it be fixed? Does it just need a little scrubbing and steel wool and stuff like that, or is the metal too far gone? If most of the metal's too far gone, forget it. So that's number two. Always look at the condition. Number three, what does it have? And this is a good example of this. This one I'm actually making money with this bike because when I went to get it, he said, do you want these other rolling frames, S65 rolling frames and parts and all that stuff? Always say yes, take whatever you can get, because what I did with those is I sold those, made the money back that I needed for this to cover this. It was like $100, amazing deal. Made that money back, and then with all the other parts I didn't use at the end of it, I sold, made another $150. So this restoration, before anything, I'm already ahead $150. So what does it have? Does it have the cables, all the parts, everything needed to make a bike at the end? Because those things add up. Number four, seats and tank. In a motorcycle restoration, you gotta buy a seat and tank because that's gonna cost you more than the bike that you paid for the bike. This one's cool because it has a plastic tank. I didn't have to worry about it. It's a 1980 Chappy. That saved a lot. I've been having a lot of troubles with the Alpina's a fiberglass tank. I've had to do a ton of work on that. The metal tank had a little bit of pinholes. So the plastic tank's nice, and the seats. I saved a lot of money with the Alpina. I actually sewed my own seat and made it look good. This one has only cost me $45, and if you saw where it began, it's amazing that that's possible. So tires, you can probably get away with the tires that it comes with, but eventually you're going to have to buy tires because these old bikes get dry rot. Engine, make sure it has a carb, make sure it has a good top end, and the gears inside are working, switches, gears not locked up. A bad top end isn't the end of the deal because you can always hone one out, buy a new piston, get things going. But if the gears and everything are messed up, then you're looking for probably a lot of time and a lot of effort that's going to put you over your budget. Now these cables and miscellaneous things, wiring and whatnot, make sure you have it. Make sure you have a clutch cable, brake cables, speedometer cables, throttle cables, all that stuff adds up. Each one's about $25. So that's going to add up too if you don't have the cables. And even a chain, probably won't come with a chain, but make sure you have a chain. And the wiring. Wiring is my least favorite thing, but just make sure that you have good wiring, or that there's some wiring there so you can kind of replace things based on what is there. And then number 10, where is it heading? What are you going to do with it? Something like this Honda Z50. I got a great deal, and again, when I was there, people are in a mood. They've already kind of broken the thing that they're going to sell, something that they like, they want to give away, save space, do whatever they want. He actually gave away 2 other Z50s with this, so it was such a great deal. I bought this one, and they said, hey, do you want 2 other ones for $300? Of course, I'm going to take that deal. So always ask, is there anything else that I can get, or that you want to give away, or I can buy, because chances are you'll get it for cheap. With motorcycle restoration, that keeps it fun. Make sure you just do something every day, whether it's just scraping paint or cleaning grease or sanding something or steel wool or something. If you do something every day, within 2 months, you're going to have a bike that looks real good, and you'll be proud to either flip it, keep it, or show it. So that's the 10 steps to motorcycle restoration. Have fun and stay tuned and watch for a couple of these bikes to get even more restored.